If you've been following along with us, then you saw that we went to IKEA this week and we purchased a bunch of stuff for outside. Yesterday we worked on this coffee table live, showing you how to build it out of salvage. We'll drop that link below. Today you're gonna watch us pull this whole space together. Are you ready, Zeb?
I'm ready, let's do it. I'm ready to be done.
Are you ready to enjoy the space as opposed to be working on it?
Yes. I've got this piece of cedar here. It's been milled down to 1 full inch. I've got a snap line here. I'm gonna get a straight line across, and then I'm gonna use my skill saw to rip that down so I've got a straight edge to work on, and I'll process this piece of wood. You can see it's still got the live edge and the bark right here. We've got this old barn door and we had it at the shop for sale, but we've decided that we're gonna repurpose it for ourselves and use this as the base for our coffee table. I'm gonna use that cedar I just cut to make the legs, and then this is gonna be the top. I've just traced a fun pattern on here, and these are going to be the legs. Got one cut out. Now I'm just gonna use it as a template and trace the rest of these. Jamie's got this chair. She's painting it petticoat pink. This was down in the basement at our kids' desk and we got those stools, so we're going to use this outside. We needed one extra chair, and the pink will tie in with the pink on the coffee table.
And pink is secretly Zeb's favorite color.
I don't know if I have a color I like less. To be honest with you, I don't love pinks.
Petticoat pink is DIY paint. It's clay-based, so we're gonna seal everything that we do. We're gonna seal it with an outdoor water-based sealer, but this is perfectly fine to use outside as long as it's sealed. And I'm probably just gonna do one coat. Then anywhere where I've got any streaks, because there's finish on this piece and sometimes you get a little bit of streakiness, I'll add an extra coat and we'll be good. Everything that's going outside that's being painted is gonna be like really rustic and distressed, so perfection is not needed.
This little wicker side table is gonna be going in DIY white swan. We're just gonna spray the paint on there. You could brush this wicker pretty easily, but the sprayer is gonna be really fast.
This glass that came with it has some crud I can't get off. So I'm gonna do one of two things. I'm gonna try to make it look like a mirror using this looking glass spray. If I can't get that to work, then I'll have Zeb cut out some wood and we'll paint it. This is an IOD transfer, and I'm totally using it off label because this is glass, it's going outside, it's over spray paint. I'm probably gonna just throw some sealer over the top of it, see how it holds up. And I'm just layering on some leftover parts of the Flora Parenthesis transfer. These are just leaves. They had big, pretty pink flowers. Always be careful when you're cutting apart and putting these on outside. If they stick to themselves or anything else, you'll ruin the transfer. So keep that backing on there until you're ready to put it on. Okay, so a couple things happened. One, I didn't wait long enough for it to dry, and so the transfer pulled up the paint in a few areas. I absolutely love that effect because I want it to look old and homespun. The next step is you're gonna just take this towel or a lint-free rag and you're just gonna burnish it down so you don't have any parts that are like peeling up. And then I'm gonna just take and spray some liquid top coat on here and we'll see what happens. I've never done this before. It's totally not following any of the rules, but I wanted a unique look and the glass was ruined anyways, so I figured good way to play.
Jamie brought this hutch home last summer. It's been sitting in the garage waiting for me to fix it, and I've just not gotten around to it. It doesn't have a bottom. All the shelves are out of it. The drawer won't stay on because the runner's been broken out. Here's all the pieces. I'm gonna do what I can real quick to fix this. We've decided to keep it for ourselves for the backyard. I think that's gonna work out great. First up, I'm gonna add the drawer runner back in.
So I was just attaching this door on here, and we're gonna give this a loose and free spray job. If I was gonna sell this, the repairs would be much more extensive. We would take the hardware off, but this is gonna go outside, covered in plants. I'm not worried about perfection. I just want some charm. So we've got these drawers missing knobs. I'm just gonna use these IOD 1 1/4 knobs. I might wind up stamping them, or I might just leave them as is. Even if I don't wind up stamping it, these are my favorite wooden knobs because the construction is really good and they've got a great routered edge, and they're much prettier than the boring knobs you can get at like Walmart or Home Depot. They come with these screws, and inside of the knobs it's riveted. So the screws screw directly into them. No drilling, you don't have to worry about the knob cracking, and if you need to take them off, they come off really easy. Of course, the wind has picked up, so I'm going to try not to talk a lot. We're just going to be using the orbital sander. It's got 220 sandpaper on it. I've got it masked so I don't get any dust in my lungs, and I'm just going to give these all a good distress.
We got this Kills Clear, and it says it's a primer sealer binder. I'm hoping it's as clear as it says it is. We usually go with the Sweet Pickins Top Coat or DIY Big Top when we go with liquid sealers, but they're not outdoor rated sealers, so we're gonna try this out. This is supposed to work outdoors or indoors. Using Sprayway foaming glass cleaner, and we're gonna clean this glass up. We like the foaming glass cleaner because it stays where you put it. And I'm gonna razor blade this and then wipe it down with paper towel. The sealer's dry at this point, or otherwise you'd mess your sealer and your paint all the way up with dripping cleaner.
I know you're probably thinking I'm crazy for going with white cushions, but there's a couple of things. One, you can totally bleach them, which is what I do to my couch inside. And the other thing is I'm using Never Wet. This is going to get the water and stains to repel. I will also, which I don't have it with me today, I will also spray Scotch Guard over the top. That will keep them pretty clean. The trick is though, every time you wash and bleach them, you have to retreat the fabric, and that will help keep them looking good over time. We picked up a couple of pots at Costco. They were $11.99 on sale. They look like stone, but they're plastic, so they're inexpensive. I don't have to worry about them breaking. We're gonna be starting off with, what's this plant in the middle going?
Delphinium.
Delphinium.
They're kind of breaking a little. It's called Guardian Lavender, but it likes full sunlight, so we've got a lot of that right here on the edge of the pavilion, so we're hoping that that works out really well.
I don't have a shovel, so I have to dig by hand.
I dug by hand.
I think I need...
It worked out real good.
I think I need you to dig this one by hand. I'm gonna go grab the white flowers while you plant these.
Alright, gardening, you gotta get your hands a little dirty. I'm hoping once we get it some water, it'll perk up a little.
Well, this one has been that way, so we might just cut that off.
It might be beneficial to just cut that. They need a little bit of trimming, but I think they just had a hard life at the Home Depot. Hopefully they bounce back here. I feel like I've been to more stores this week trying to get this all put together than I go to in a whole year. We went to IKEA, found a few things, and then we found some thrifted finds and other stuff and some things we already had and pulled it all together, and it actually looks really cool. Make sure you're sticking around to the end of the video because we're going to get some good close-ups and some good shots of all the stuff in this whole space.
Zeb will make sure to pop up where everything was purchased and the products that were used in case you're interested in achieving a similar look. You can go to jamirayvintage.com. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Hit the subscribe button.